Karibuni kwenye KTN Ladies Night, and as promised, every Wednesday tunakuanga hapa kutoka 7:30 hadi 9:30. And of course, as usual, as faithful as possible, ni mimi Laura Mbatha na nyinyi for the next 2 hours tukiongea issues za madem. And of course, we're starting on a high note today. Niko na mwanamke fulani anaitwa Jillian, beautiful. And let me tell you, blue is her color. Tuanze tu hapo. And as for the titles, labda yeye mwenyewe waambie. Karibu sana Jillian, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Naitwa Jillian Becky. My name is Curvy Curve 2019.
Miss Curvy Curve. Iko hadi na a ring to it, iko na a bit of
a
rhythm, yeah?
Yes.
So, Miss Curvy Curve 2019. First of all, congratulations. You're very beautiful and you deserve the title.
Thank you.
But tuanze hapa. How did you come to get this title? Tell us your journey through Miss Curvy Curve 2019.
I can say it was one of those things that was like I wasn't sure about it. It was just like, you know what, tujaribu tu, you never know, like tujaribu tu. So we tried, we went for training, it was very intense. There were a lot of amazing girls. The competition ilikuwa intense, but it was so intense. The girls are amazing. I think they recorded it. You can get to see it.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's super amazing. And I don't know. I just won.
It was an experience.
It was an experience on its own.
So this was this year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Last year. Oh, last year. So you carried the title throughout 2020. So from your Miss Curvy Curve Kenya, so there's Miss Curvy Curve Tanzania, Uganda, all around, Ama?
So far it's Kenya and Norway, but they're planning to expand. It's supposed to be like an international thing.
Yeah.
For Norway, it's happening. Oh, it already happened before ours. Like now this time round, it's coming after ours.
Oh, okay. So you will go to Norway to represent us as a whole. So we already know who is winning this because black girls stay winning. But I know, of course, you're looking forward to that competition.
Yeah,
what's your biggest challenge, like, una feel? Like, as per, you know, one thing with people who do pageants, like this one and any other, you look at the competition, like, especially now that hawajan, unaona maybe ule ndo atashinda, ule anashinda. What's your biggest strategy ukienda your competition?
Honestly, I can say I really have a challenge because I'm slowly getting the hang of it.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah, slowly I think I'm building my confidence, and I'm not trying to say I'm better than the rest, but
I am saying you're better than the rest.
I think now we can compete in the same playing field. Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of practice and what you have, like your strong points. You learn them and you make them your selling points.
Yeah, true.
So you know those. Before Miss Curvy Curve, what were you up to?
I had just finished my degree in geology, but you know, unemployment in Kenya is a bit shaky. So nikaventure into entrepreneurship. I sell clothes online. My page is called Walk-In. So that's what I'm doing currently until I get something else. Or if this goes so well, I might actually end up doing it.
I feel like this is very good because you have the time to pursue this and also do that. It's online, strictly. So you have so much time to do what you love and what you enjoy at the same time.
Yes.
And also grow your business at the same time.
True.
Geology, fast. Let's start there. You know, sometimes you see people with titles and what, and they're like, you tell me come kuturinga jona kafit and whatnot. But there's a brain behind that. Why did you decide to study that?
I've always loved geography. I know it sounds like a cliche, geography, but I love geography. And then I was like, geology, this seems interesting. Study of anything beneath the surface. Then the minute I joined, I just fell in love with everything about it from exploration. So deep down, I'm praying I actually get a job, or I might actually be a freelance consultant, so depending on how things go.
And I think this would be a platform for you to push that. So Miss Curvy Curve, tell us about that. What is the mission behind it? What is the motto for that?
Curvy Curve was just like to enable women of different sizes. Like, you know, there are those women like, okay, kuna petite and there's plus, but there's this in between. Like you find a petite girl, but she's blessed, endowed. You find a big girl, like it was like supposed to be, it's a medium. It's like an intermediate between the two. Because if you look at the competition itself, we had girls all sizes. It wasn't just the big girls. All of us were there. Because me, if I go for Miss Plus, I don't qualify because I'm not a size 16. I go for normal modeling, petite, it's like says 8 going backwards, so it's a nice intermediate for the rest of us to fall in, which I think is a majority of us.
Yeah, so it's ni kama when they say things and say for the common man and the things that people don't really put much spotlight on.
Yes.
So Miss Curvy Curve, so they look at the nicest curves, or what sort of criteria do they choose for picking a winner?
At first, when we went, when you read curvy curve, uko like, hey, by the way, ni dema kona curves. But when we went in, they were looking at your manners, they were looking at your brains, they were looking at what you've done so far to promote body positivity. Because we just can't come in and say, I wanna be the ambassador for body positivity, and there's nothing you've done. So there were a lot of things they were looking at. Yeah.
And during the competition, like I usually ask people this question, but I feel like we answer in the most deceitful ways. I've done pageants and people ask, did you expect to win? I mean, yes, of course. If I entered the competition with the intention to win, you know, you're not going to see a competition through to the end and not expect to win. You understand?
True, yes.
So for you, of course, there's all these girls, and as human as we try to avoid to be, we are. You look at someone and you're like, this one is very beautiful. No, Nanian and Anayo. Were there moments like that for you?
I'm going to be as honest as possible.
This is a safe space.
No, there were not. Like, the girls were like, hey, by the way, I see you are going to have it. But me in my head, I was like, I'm here to have fun, expose myself. Because if you look at me, I'm one person who's been like living in a bubble. Then this one was like, you know what? Get out of your comfort zone. Do something new. Do something that, like, I actually stand up for this. And I was like, you know what? Just get yourself out there. And I don't know. I don't know how to put it.
I like it. Yeah, for you it wasn't with the intention of winning, but you knew that was that was what it was meant for. But at the same time, have fun and come out of your comfort zone in order to win.
Because I went with my sister and I was actually expecting her to win. So me, I was like one of those people like, chani kupeleke because pia mimi nabambikanga na story. You know what?
So what was the experience for you being with your sister? Like when you're competing and sometimes unaona anafanya kitu better than you. Was it ni sawa, like she's my sister, let her win? Sasa wana nilijua nikikuja naye shida itaanzia hapa.
We are super close. She's literally my best friend, so it was fun for the both of us.
And Miss Curvy Curve, you have a very beautiful physique, like to die for. Do you feel like sometimes people over-sexualize you, or people mistake Miss Curvy Curve for over-sexualizing people and just focusing on the outward beauty? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, actually people do that a lot, and I'm very mad at the situation because even when you go online and you see like what wanasema body positivity, they'll always like put a girl and then they'll always put, sorry to say, I hope there's a safe space, they'll like put her behind and it will be like the only thing. And I'm like, there is so much beyond that. So I find it very insulting.
And when we talk about body positivity, even for us small girls, it's always you post a picture of a bikini and you say, oh, I'm proud of my body. You know, why can't I just wear dera bila that word, which we cannot say on air, ni kanzu too, you know? Like, why can't I just wear my dera and say body positivity? Why does body positivity have to do with wearing a bikini and showcasing things like that? What if I'm a modest person? What's your opinion on putting body positivity out there without over-sexualizing it?
I'll be honest, the world we live in, it's really hard to maneuver that. But I believe, like if you truly, like that is what you stand up for. Like I love Anita, she's one of Mrembo ni Mimi.
Yes.
When you see how she started out, she wasn't like showing a lot of skin, but still the message came across. So it just it's how determined are you? Like today you wear your dera and body positivity, tomorrow soon it will ring in people's head. This is actually what she believes in.
Yeah,
so it's persistence.
It's not about the clothes or whatever.
No, it's not.
It's a mind frame.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Because body positivity comes in various ways.
Sure.
Later on, we'll be talking about skin. And skin is also a big part of body positivity.
Sure.
And one of the questions I'd like to tackle is, we've accepted stretch marks, we've accepted plus size. Will we accept scars and, you know, blemishes on skin at one point? Because at one point, curvy girls, no one was talking about them.
Sure.
It was hiyo ni kujiachilia. Umeona venye amejiachilia? Hizo hips ni kubwa sana pia, over exaggerate. Like nonsense like that, because people will talk for the purpose of talking.
Sure.
So one day we're hoping even skin blemishes becomes a normal thing, because this is not something we asked for.
Actually, it has become a normal thing. I think for us, though, hatuja embrace. Like, let's say Kenya, but I'm seeing outside there, like, when you have
freckles.
Yeah, it's a thing and it's trending, and I'm like, we are slowly embracing it, and that's like a big step.
And now, as Miss Curvy Curve Kenya 2019, what's the mission you've set out for yourself? What's the challenge?
My mission is to reach out to as many girls as possible, because when we started Curvy Curve, I remember like when all of us, like we were strangers. When we met in that room, you have nothing to talk about. I don't know you, you don't know me, but you'll find someone at a pop-up na story yake, and all like it starts like when we are growing up, like especially from high school, when you start developing all these things. So we have decided to like focus on high schoolers, because there it's where they need the most.
Yourself.
Yeah, there is where you need like to be encouraged, to be told you're big, but it's okay. It's not your fault. Ukulangi mingi, because in your big public, kana kulanga more.
Because they can top layer.
Top layer, and so it's just to tell them it's okay. Our bodies sometimes are just like that. Because I'm one person who suffered from self-esteem issues. Remember there was a time I even starved myself, and I think I lost close to 20 kgs. But I couldn't maintain it because I literally had to starve myself. So I told them it's okay.
And this was because of other people's opinions.
Yeah.
And how was that for you?
It was so hard.
So was it because people were telling you looked a certain way you didn't like it, so you decided, even don't I do, sitakula siku kama flani na flani?
Yeah, I remember like, true story, I was I think in class 7. Then Mama Mboga approached my mom. My mom went to shop for Mboga, as usual, how she does. Kai, ni msichana ukajolewa? My mom was like, what do you mean? She's in class 7. Oh, nilikuwa nadhani ako na mtoto juu ya hiyo mwili yake. And at that time, I was still having like a tummy. You know, you're growing up, the curves haven't formed fully. My mom was like, what? So such things do get to you. And so you're a small girl
so
growing up.
This is while ulikuwa class 7?
Class 7, because I've always been this size. It's really tough.
And I feel like I can relate, because there was a time when growing up, my mom alikuwa na bar somewhere in Pangani. And I was a relatively small child. I've always been small all my life. Whether it's genetics, some of this something we haven't discovered, I feel healthy. You know, Joa Levi, akamwambia, nimeona mtoto mwingine na ka number 1 huko nje. So that day, my mama amerudi home, amenunua sausages and whatnot. Me, I'm having the time of my life, and a break, niko na sausages, and I'm like, wow. Kumbe, all this time she was trying to fatten me up. And this wasn't even a choice of mine.
It's your body.
And even up to now, we keep arguing. Juzi, she was watching TV and she's like, hey, Laura, umekonda? Unaka funny. I'm asking her, Mom, surely, you're the one who's supposed to could encourage. And the thing is, as long as you're not unhealthy, I feel like
you're okay. And
you're happy with your body, people shouldn't tell you this or that.
Yes.
So what did you want to change about yourself then in class 7?
Everything. Oh, in class 7, I starved myself too again. Like, I've been living the life of starvation. I know it's so wrong. Like in class 7, I starved. Then by the time I was in class 8,
and now it seems ridiculous to you that, you know.
What was I thinking?
And now you feel so confident and beautiful. But back then, there was a small child, anajiangalia na anasema, you know what? I am not attractive. And that's the worst thing, because especially in a social media side and children with access to phones, they open and see, this is what the society in Onani attractive. This is what I should be. And like you've said, you're targeting high school children. So what is it you're doing in order to pass this message?
We are organizing on how, because we just started last month, so we're trying to organize on how we can reach these girls, talk to them, bring them out. Like, the good thing is we have, like, number 3 was actually a petite. Yeah, so it's okay.
Everyone is well represented.
We are well represented, so we're just going, talk to them, give out pads, give out food. Like, we're still on the work, so I really can't tell much for now.
Okay, but the mission is to preach body positivity.
Body positivity.
Because
okay.
I think high school is the time that really molded me. Everyone telling me, oh, unakuwa umekonda, especially Me personally, I never used to go for funkies. And I feel like high school, when you learn to mold yourself, because you find your people, a lot of that really molds you. And for me, I was really tiny. Like, and high school, I think the biggest thing ni kwenda funky. Me, kwenda funky yangu ilikuwa ni buy chapati na smoky. Nilale kwa bus, because one, machali wanitaki juu sina, unajua, sina hizo assets zenye that look attractive. So for me, I don't feel bad because it wasn't my intention at the time, but I feel like it would have been nice to get that experience of probably high school dating.
I suffered exactly. I remember the other time I was confessing and to the people online and we were having this talk. I also used to hide. Like when there's a funky, the much I'll do is just go get my snacks and then go behind the classrooms or the dorms until evening, because you live the whole of your life ashamed of the person that you are. So like big or small, curvy.
And now that you're out there, unajua, when you brand, unajua, this is what you're about, my body, I love it, and that's my statement. Kuna wale watu, like I've said, this is a statement I've actually had. Hizo hips ni over-exaggerated, it's too much. What do you do about these trolls?
Nothing.
Hata ile siku umeamka side mbaya na mtu amekuandikia kitu Instagram useme, unajua nini, wewe kwanza tuanze tu na hiyo forehead yako. Iko lopsided, unajua, you don't feel like sometimes acha nijitete.
These days I'm okay. Within these days kitambo I'll like go calm myself or delete it and then go calm myself in a corner and cry about it. But these days I'm like, oh, okay.
Me, I love the way everyone is usually so positive, because me, I'm ready to be on the attack. Unajua, small but mighty on the keyboard, nowhere else. Please, ukitaka kuniattack huko nje, I am not ready. But that's one thing I really love about such pageants. It boosts your esteem because you know you have a team behind you.
True.
As for the runners-up, because sometimes naulizanga with the competition, I've also done pageants, and sometimes if you don't win, swept under the carpet. How is it that you guys are making the rest feel part of the team? Because it's not a free journey. Mentally, psychologically, physically, take something away from you. To commit to something and not see it through to the finish and be the winner, what is it that you get out of this competition? What can you say this competition is different from the others in terms of output to the contestants?
Okay. First, number 2 and 3 got something. Let me just say later. Like number 1, you get something amazing, and then 2 and 3 they're forgotten. But us, we did it up to number 5.
Wow.
And then what they did, they also gifted us, all of us, new shoes and stuff. And then there was this one time we went to the children's home in Umoja. We were like, anybody who is available. Because we were like only 10, we're like, anybody who's available, please come through. And when you're going to these schools, it will be like all of us. This is the only time like I'm on my own, but we agreed.
Let me tell you, we would love to have the whole team.
Oh my God. Say when.
It's a date?
Say when. It's a date.
All right. But another thing that, especially that, and why I have a problem with these things is because it never has to do with the person. It's always someone who's looking out from in. This is not how you feel about yourself, but this is how other people see you. When it comes to your personal life, in terms of dating and whatnot, people with such a beautiful body, people see as trophies. Unajua, mimi nikipata ule dem nimeshinda, wewe wezi get, hiyo ndio type yangu. Unajua, it's always a challenge. Neza pata ule dem, ile ndio type yangu. It's never, forget all this. I'm a person.
Sure.
My name is Jillian. I'm a geologist, you know. I have an interest and passion for pageants, and this is what I do. Well, what's your take on dating? What do you look for when you're looking for a partner?
Someone honest. That's the only thing I want. Honesty. Because I believe things like love come and go, but when someone is honest with you, they'll always give you the respect you deserve. And to me, honesty and respect come first, but first and foremost, honesty. So I can decide, can I work with this or can I not work with this?
And of course, with everything comes experience. Have you ever met those people who were attracted to you because they saw you as a trophy, as a win of some sort, and maybe you fell for that at some point ever in your life?
It happens, but again, the minute it depends also with you as a person. The minute you're consumed with your looks when someone like that comes along, you tend to follow that path. Because again, it comes with so many perks. So again, you just, I always say, jijue tu. Kachini, ujulize by the way, what's your name? Is that what you want? If you're okay with if you're okay with that and you're okay with the consequences, then you do you. But jijue first before you dive into anything.
Miss Curvy Curve 2019. It's a fairly recent pageant.
Sure.
How did you find out about it?
Online.
Wow. So is it sponsored post? Someone like you search, like you were interested in pageants, nokasema, let me look for something within my interest.
I wasn't even interested in pageants. That's the honest truth. So I remember like I'm always looking for positive quotes because I really try to be. Sometimes we're not always positive, but so we need the reminder. So I'm always for positive quotes, and I'm always into pluses thingies. So they tend to pop up. And Curvy Curve, they were using a lot of plus hashtags, so it just appeared on my search, and I was like, interesting. That's how we bumped into it.
As simple as that, and you're seated here with the title and with all the perks, and you're going to leave us very soon. I hope. Sometimes I see you guys come here, and I wonder, we have fun on set. Si hata muni invite easy events zenu hata moja.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah. So moving forward with your journey, I'm sure your sister is very supportive. Who else is usually your backup, like rooting for you?
My mom. I remember like they wanted, when we were doing this, you have to post online because again, they want you to be like, there was a people's choice, something of the sort. So my mom was like, Asis, my post, Nanyamisha post. Like she like was rooting for me, and she literally took my photo, the link, and forwarded to all of our relatives. That was funny. I'm like, in everything I do, she's always like, are you sure that's what you want to do? Okay, may I have your back. As long as you're sure that's what you want to do. Yeah. So I can say my mom has been rooting for me the entire time.
Your mom is your biggest cheerleader.
Yes.
And so now, of course, she'll be watching. Like, what's the one thing you'd want to tell her? Like, what's the one thing she instilled in you that you carry up to today?
To always go with what I believe in. Whether good or bad, I'm always like, if that's what you believe in, are you ready for the consequences? Do it. Thank you, Mom. If that's what I believe in, I always follow because she's always like, that's what you want, do it. If it's not, don't.
Yeah. That's very lovely. I think the one thing my mom usually tells me ni bora usikufe maskini. Unajua like fanya kitu yote lakini usirudi hapa na mtoto mimi sitalea. And I think maybe we're past that age because I was around 16, but of course it still rings in my heart and in my mind, so asante sana. But with all that, you know, and you being beautiful like this, and I think like I failed to mention earlier, you said you dealt with starvation, you used to starve yourself. Did your mom know about this?
Yes.
Wow. Well, how did she feel about that?
She was angry. You can say she was angry because she was like, do you, because when I starved, like when I tried to cut weight, you okay, your chest is okay, but my, the collarbones was gonna stick out. Like literally they were like,
yeah.
And my neck was now, it was like, what's wrong with you? And when you're from big and then you lose, there was also the stretch mark issue. Your boobs tend to change. I hope that's okay. So she was mad at the situation. She looked at me and she was like, I don't even recognize you anymore. And that was, I think, when I was in second year, and that's the last time I starved myself.
Second year, so hata si kitambo sana.
So kitambo, isn't that?
And what pushed you during second year to do this?
Like you're in school, you're in campus, everybody's like, me.
I think campus is even worse than high school.
It's worse. Everybody's like, when you're petty, like for me, I can't put on something short.
And campus is when everyone is a model.
Yes.
Umeenda photo shoots kama 50. Wow. So,
it was so hard. Pressure was coming from all corners, and I just couldn't take it anymore.
And for some reason, I feel like you're one of the lucky ones, because had this led into depression, tungewa tumekana different Miss Curvy Curve 2019.
It actually did, but that's a long story. It's like...
Give us a brief one.
I don't think I'm ready, because it was like a really tough time for me. Yeah. And it's the reason like I'm always trying to force positive things in my head, because I just can't allow myself to drift back into it again. And
I'm very sorry for that. Yeah, depression is something our generation is dealing with. And I think we really need a very long-lasting and permanent solution, because it's hard to see someone and love someone and learn to be with that person, and next day they're no longer there, and there's nothing you could have done about it.
Sure.
So, moving forward, what is the message you want to pass to other girls? Forget that, and that's the one thing. I feel like there was a pageant I did, and I feel like I failed because I was too honest. So they asked me, why do I feel like I was supposed to win this title? And I told them, you can't package a message in a garbage bag and expect people to take it. So you package a message in a nice looking package and people will take that message, you know?
Sure.
And I didn't say it in those terms, but I was saying, like, sometimes when you're in pageants, you push the same message. Climate change, the same things politicians are doing, but no one is listening because
it's the same thing.
But if you put it in a nice way, like someone who looks like, maybe I'll listen. But anyway, being too honest. But it's easier for someone like you to talk to someone else who feels curvy than to talk to me and tell me you're beautiful, you know? So specifically to the people who feel like, oh, I fit in her body size, in her look, what is the message you're trying to pass to them? Because you deal with starving yourself. Of course, there are people my size who become anorexic and whatnot, but I don't deal with that. So for people who look like and feel like I relate to her completely, what is your message to them?
There's only one you. I always say there's only one you. So it's either you love the body you're in, it's either you love your hair, because there's no another you. So the only choice is just embrace it. You don't have a choice. You will change your skin, you'll change your hair, but at the end of the day, it's just one you. It's one you. Love it.
And maybe on a final note, on those days that you feel, because we all have those days, I'm not attractive, I don't feel like this. What are the 3 things that you do to lift your spirits? Just 3.
You know those days when the minute you wake up, I scream.
You scream? Ukona neighbors ama unashirunda?
We have neighbors, but again, you need to get it off your system. So najua your heart, I'll just scream. After scream, I'll go to everybody. Like I'll try to be as bubbly as I can, and then I'll go to the mirror, look at myself. By the way, I have a pimple, skincare, turmeric, okay. Apply, like that day it will be just, I'll pamper myself the entire day. By the way, kuna kaka dress, I think I should get it. Like I focus all the attention on me, like I block everything else. I know.
That's one time you give yourself to be selfish.
I'm just selfish. Like I wake up, I always say wake up like it's your birthday.
And there you have it. After your statement, wake up like it's your birthday, and I'm leaving tonight as if it's my birthday, because I feel like that was very inspiring and lovely to speak to someone with such positive energy. And congratulations, and I'm looking forward to seeing how far you take this title, because I feel like it's going to go very far.
It's going to go very far.
And I hope we'll be part of the journey.
Definitely. But then we still have that date with the rest of the girls.
Of course. And we're always here and we're ready to welcome you guys.
Okay.
So, kuna panel kubwa na mkamna drinks, sit kona mayengs.
Definitely.
So, please, maybe give people your social media handles and where to reach you, and even how to support your journey as Miss Curvy Curve.
Follow me at Fluffy Kenyan.
Wow, that is such a cute name.
Because I'm fluffy and I'm a Kenyan. What else? And kindly follow Curvy Curve. Every updates, like if you want to be part of the next pageant, we'll be having movements like when we're going to schools, when we're going to children's home. We'll try to incorporate everyone. So kindly follow us, follow Curvy Curve for updates. And you can follow Walken for my hustle. To say, Diane, unemployment is real.
Please. And we always want to look good.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming. And of course, we'll end up break kiasi, but do not feel as if tumekuacha high and dry. Of course, we're coming back with a different panel, but the content today is skincare and loving yourself in your skin. Keep it Ladies Night, BTV.